Right, so the first card you've got for your past is this Nine of Wands, this poor man here. Yeah, it feels like someone played with your mind. I'm getting that right away already. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of manipulation. I'm getting someone who, yeah, I'm definitely getting someone hiding something from you. Now, it feels like you're away from this person now. You're not around them. You're not around them. They're still on your mind in some way. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if you miss them. You're still thinking about them in some way. If you're away from them, you're still thinking about them. That's what I'm getting. They're still around your energy. And it feels like they're close to your energy as well. So, and I feel as if it doesn't feel good, let's say that they're around your energy. It almost feels like I need to warn you that they're around your energy. Anyway, so there's lots of, I think what happened between you was, there's lots of backwards and forwards here. Yeah, I think you've had a long history with them, but not, it hasn't been, you know, it's been backwards and forwards, in and out, up and down, not straightforward. It's not like you've been together. You've had a few separations, I think. Yeah, it feels quite magnetic, very passionate, very magnetic. You couldn't keep away at one time. I'm getting that very clearly. Magnetic force. It's not there now. It is still a little bit because you're still thinking about them if this is you, but it's not that full-on magnetic force that was there before. Yeah, there's a lot of very, very powerful, passionate energy. Very, very strong passion between you. I'm getting that very, very strongly. You know, you've got the Ace of Wands right there, right next to this as well. So if this is you, this is what I'm getting. Magnetic force. You kept on taking them back. Your head knew it was wrong, but you kept on doing it, and your head was really messed with, like this poor man here. He's got this bandage around his head. He doesn't know whether to go backwards or forwards, and that's what you were like for a long time. So yeah, very powerful. It must have been really powerful, because for Taurus to feel that compulsion to go back, to feel out of control, like I can't control myself, I have to go back. For that to happen to a Taurus, it has to be an extremely powerful connection, because you don't do that very often. No one tells you what to do. You know, you're not compelled to do anything that you don't want to do. So this was a very, very powerful connection. Lots of separations and reconnections. I'm getting that again. I'm really surprised the devil's not here actually, but he's not here. So, yeah, again, manipulation. I'm getting that as well. A bit of manipulation. I think there was a lot that was hidden from you actually at the time, and I don't think you knew everything about them. And I think even today, there's a lot you still don't know about them. They kept a part of themselves hidden from you. I'm seeing that very, very clearly. And this is what they're like with a lot of people. It's not just you. But in a relationship, you're a very open, you're a very honest person. You're very straightforward. Very straightforward. But they weren't. There was a lot they kept hidden. I'm getting that very, very clearly for you, if that's you. So, yeah, I think they kept so much hidden from you that you might not really know who they are. I know that sounds horrible, but this is what I'm getting. It's almost like okay, if you're still thinking about this person and you're still thinking about things they said and things that happened to them, the person you're thinking about, I don't think it's the real them. I know that sounds blunt, but it's almost like you're thinking about the person they wanted you to think they were, if that makes sense. Because a lot of what was really them, what was really inside them, they kept hidden from you. That's what I'm getting. So obviously this isn't for people who are in a great relationship, or for someone who had a breakup and it was fine and there wasn't. This is for someone who was very hurt. Their head was messed with, like this poor man here, and they know something was wrong. They knew this was wrong, but they kept on going back again and again and again because of this passion and because of the feeling. It was like the feeling took over your mind. Your mind was telling you not to go back, but the feeling took over. That's what I keep on getting. So yeah, you'll know this if this is you. So yeah, if you look at this card again, this poor man, he's got this big bandage around his head. So I think you're still dealing with this in your own way, or you're still quite, you're away from them, you're over this, but they're still on your mind. They're still on your mind. Yeah, I just want to show you something. Just look across the top row. I'm just looking across the top row now. This really illustrates what I'm talking about. So you've got this man on the left in the Nine of Wands. He doesn't know whether to come backwards or forwards, and so you went backwards and forwards along a lot. You went back to them a lot, I'm trying to say. So in the middle, up the very top, you've got this Ace of Wands, which is pure passion. This is passion, super, super passion. And then to the right of that, you've got the Five of Pentacles, where these poor people are shut out of this church. They can't get inside. So you couldn't see the fact that they were hiding things from you, that you weren't able to get into parts of their life, because the passion and that really strong feeling you had was in the way of that. That's what I'm seeing. And they were happy for you to feel like that because there were things they didn't want to show you. Can you see that man can't see into the Five of Pentacles because that big, huge wand's right in the way? I shouldn't say that, but okay, so I hope you can see that. I hope you can see what I mean there. So that illustrates what I'm talking about very clearly. So I hope that makes sense to you. So if this is you, if that all makes sense, you try and keep this person out of your mind as much as you can. I know it's not easy, but the thing is, if they're on your mind, it's not the true them that's on your mind, because they hid the true them from you. So that's something I really, really want to stress to someone. I know that sounds harsh, but I need to tell you what I'm seeing. Someone needs to hear that. Okay, so with the sequence between the Nine of Wands and the Chariot here. So again, you've physically moved on. It feels like you're very, very determined to do that, even though you've still got them on your mind. You're very determined to move on. That's what this Chariot's showing me. So that's a really good sign. I really like seeing that. So yeah, they had a lot of problems in the background, I think. And I'm not making excuses for them, but I think this kind of manipulation that they do, not just to you, but to others as well, it's a little bit like survival mode to them. You know, it's the only way they know how to operate, I think. But, you know, I think this kind of manipulation works for them in the short term, but it doesn't work in the long term, because you can't have a long-term relationship with someone like that. It just doesn't work like that. Because you don't know them. If you can't be open with someone, you can't have a proper relationship with someone. So that's what's happened there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, right. So I'm just looking at the Chariot now and the Knight of Pentacles together now. Okay, I'm getting something here. This is really good because you're moving on with your life. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You're moving on with your life. You're determined to do that, which is fantastic. Now, what I'm seeing is that you're coming out of this bad situation here. And you've got all these things you want to do in your life. You're ticking them off. It's like, right, I want to do that. I want to achieve that. I think a lot of this might be about how you feel about yourself. So some of this might be appearance based. So there might be something you're doing. It might be that you're getting fitter. It might be that you're changing things about yourself. It might be that you're making, because I'm seeing big changes that you're making to yourself, and they're to make yourself feel better about yourself. So I really want to encourage you to keep on doing that. That's going to make you feel a lot happier and a lot stronger in your life. And I'm getting one specific thing, and it feels a little bit frustrating actually. Even though it's positive, there's a little bit of a frustration here. Because if you look at this Chariot, he's super determined. He wants to go ahead and do something. But he can't quite get to where he wants to go, because it looks like he's sort of waiting in a queue behind this Knight of Pentacles, who's really kind of just stuck there. He's not going anywhere. So it looks like he's in traffic and he's sitting there. Literally, he's in traffic and he's sitting there behind this slow horse that's not going anywhere, and he's kind of bipping his horn, get out of my way. So I think that's how you're feeling with something. And it feels personal. It feels like this is about your own personal growth or something you want to do with yourself. Now, what I'm getting here is, I know this is quite specific, but I'm seeing this for someone. There's a professional person. There's someone who's in a professional job or something like that. And you're getting them to help you with something you're trying to achieve. And it's so that you can feel better about yourself. It might even be counseling, or it might be something about your appearance, or it might be something like that. It's something to help you feel better about yourself. Now, it looks like there's some kind of long waiting list, or this person said, oh, we can't fit you in right now, or you have to wait, or we can't tell you when. And there's also quite a lot that you have to do. It feels like either you have to fill out forms, or you have to go through some kind of assessment or some kind of process before you can go ahead with this thing. Now, if you're frustrated, if that's you, what I can see here is you are going to go ahead with this. You are going to be able to go ahead with this eventually. But there's a lot of work that you're going to have to do, because this is a workhorse here, and there's a lot of work that they're going to have to do. So whatever this thing is that you're doing, eventually you are going to be able to go ahead with this. But it is frustrating, but just go with the flow with this. I'm getting this feeling that this person is, they're very professional. They know what they're doing. It feels like a safety net. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands with this person. They know exactly what they're doing. And I think you're better off with this thing that you're doing. It feels like you're better off being with someone who does take their time and does make sure things that are done properly. Because I think if you were in the hands of someone who just said, okay, fine, let's do this right now, I don't think they'd be doing a proper job. But this person's going to do a proper job. And I think whatever result you're looking for, I think it's going to be a really good one. But that takes work and that takes time. So just go with the flow with this. It is going to turn out for you eventually, and it's going to be good for you eventually. Just be patient. I know that's difficult for Taurus, I know, because when you want something done, you want it done. But I think this slowness is for the best. So just go with that if that's you. Okay, right, so the first card you've got for your present is this Ace of Wands. So yeah, again, energy. This is going ahead. It's going to go ahead at some time. There's effort, it takes time, there's work. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is a workhorse, but it is going to happen. That's what this card's telling me. Okay, there's something else here. I'm getting clean slate. Eventually there'll be a clean slate. Okay, it feels like someone's left your energy, or they've moved away. It's not this ex, it's not this love connection. This is someone else. It feels platonic. It feels like this is someone you are very, very close to. It feels like you're very close to them, but they're very difficult. This is what I'm getting. And they've moved out of your energy. They might have actually moved out of your house. I don't know, it might have something to do with your home, or it might not, because I'm literally seeing two things here. I'm seeing you moving things around in your home, clearing things out, putting things away, moving things around, all that kind of thing. I'm literally seeing boxes and things like that in your home. The other thing I'm getting is this person who you're close to, but they're very, very difficult to be around. They've moved out of your life as well. So it might just be a coincidence that these two things are happening at the same time. It feels very bittersweet. It feels like, you miss them. You don't like whatever's happened between you. But there's some relief there. You're happy that they're away. So I'm getting a mixture of that here with you. Okay, again, I think this is another thing you're going to just have to go with the flow with, if this is you, because I think this separation between you is a really, really, really good thing. It's a very good thing. It's hard to see that now, I know, because I'm seeing a lot of mixed feelings around you, a lot of problems around you and this person. But I think when this comes all full circle, and when they do eventually come back to you again, and they'll do that. I think that space that you've had apart, I think it's going to be really good for you. Yeah, there's a lot they need to sort out in their head. They're very mixed up in their head. Yeah, I have to say this for someone. You can't sort this out for them. They have to do this by themselves. And the other thing is, you can't have this person in your energy right now, because they're taking a lot of your energy, or they were, and you have to concentrate on yourself. You've got all these things you're working toward, this thing in the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot, this personal development you're going through, whatever that is, you've got that to sort out. You're sorting out other areas of your life now. You're saying goodbye to this ex. You're working on yourself now. So you've got to deal with that now, and you can't be spending your energy on this other person because they have to sort their life out for themselves. And when they come back together in the future, and they are, you're both going to feel much better for it. Refreshed, yeah, clean slate. That's where I was getting clean slate from. You're both going to come back and feel like, excuse me, your relationship or your connection is like a clean slate. That's what I'm getting. It's going to feel like that again. It's for the best. This is for the best, this separation. That's what I'm seeing. Right. So yeah, now I'm seeing the opposite of a separation. I'm just looking at this Two of Cups now. Beautiful, beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful card. So all of this is clearing out of your life. I think this other person's clearing out of your life, just temporarily. And they're clearing away from your life, and you're clearing things in your house for some of you as well. All of that's clearing the air, clearing the energy. Because what I'm getting here in this Two of Cups is there's someone that's coming into your life. I think they're probably in your life already, actually. I'm seeing conversations. I'm seeing something very, very beautiful developing here. You might not realize that this is turning into love here, because it feels like you're just talking. That's what I'm getting in this Two of Cups, just talking. There's lots of potential there. There's lots of potential for passion as well with this red lion up here. I have to say though, with this connection I'm getting here, and it's a beautiful, slow connection, absolutely beautiful, it might be hard for you to, how do I say this? Because what I'm getting is, because with this axe, you experience this massive passion, huge passion, overwhelming passion. It overwhelmed you. With this new person, I'm not getting that. I'm getting some passion eventually. But when you've experienced that kind of passion, it's really hard to come back from that. It really is. I'm just being honest here. But the flip side of that passion with this axe was that they didn't let you into their life, or they hid things from you. They weren't being honest with you. I'm getting that really clearly. With this new person, yes, they're not going to have that same amount of passion that you've had in your past. But there's honesty there. There's love there. There's a beautiful connection there. So you're going to be able to trust this person. And I think you're going to come to realize that that's more important. It really, really is. And you probably already realize that. But it's really hard to get that. When you've had that really, really passionate, really, really intense connection, it's really hard to let go of that. I know that. I know that. So, okay. There's a little warning here for someone. Okay, so you've got this beautiful connection here. It's developing, you're talking. It's like a tiny bud that's developing, a little rosebud that's just starting to open up. It hasn't opened up yet, I'm getting that. Now, if you've got that kind of rosebud or little plant that's kind of starting to grow, you need to protect that. And that's the warning I'm getting here. I'm getting someone coming in to talk to you. I think it might be this axe that wants to come back and talk to you. You know, because if you look at this, okay, just look at this column all the way down the middle here. You've got this big Ace of Wands here, and that's representing this axe. And it's like they're coming in and they're crashing in on this beautiful little connection that's developing here in the Two of Cups. They're crashing in, and right down the bottom there, you've got the Three of Cups. So it looks like they might even be trying to get you into some kind of third-party situation. So watch out, or that's the risk that might happen if you go back to talk to them. Or it might even be that you're talking to this new person, this axe comes crashing in, and this new person sees them and they don't want to be in a third party. There's some kind of difficult connection there. But I am seeing this axe coming back. They want to talk to you. I'm getting a warning. Be very, very, very careful around this. Very, very careful. And my eyes going up to the Five of Pentacles again. Now, what I'm getting here is they shut you out of their life. That's what I was seeing before in the Five of Pentacles. And it's my eyes being forced up there again. And I think it's doing that to remind you. They shut the door on you at one time. They shut the door on you on some of their life. They hid things from you. Now they're trying to open the door up again. I'm seeing that. Be very careful. You might be vulnerable. If you're still thinking about this person, you might be a little bit vulnerable to this. So be very, very careful. I need to tell you this new person that you're talking to, they're the best person for you. Again, it's very hard for you to not have that excitement in your life when you've experienced that passion. And that might be the dangerous thing, because that passion's very dangerous to you. It's like a moth to the flame. You know, that Ace of Wands actually looks like a match that's about to strike. So just be very, very, very careful of that happening for you. Yeah, just to be very careful. I think your future is with this new connection. I've got to say, it feels trustworthy, it feels honest, it feels absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm just getting another warning for someone. I know this is full of warnings. This feels so negative. I'm sorry. This is just what I'm getting here. Okay, this is for someone, might not be for everyone, but I feel as if I need to say this for someone. Be a little bit careful of your spending. So if you're thinking about making a big purchase or something like that, if you're thinking, right, I'm about to buy this great big new thing, maybe hold off for another month or two or something like that. If you can do that, if you can put that off. Because there are some extra expenses coming up for you, I think. They're around the corner. Because if you have a look at this, you know, you've got, coming up for your future, you've got the Five of Pentacles and you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is about holding on to your money. Make sure you don't get into this situation in the Five of Pentacles. Now, you're not going to be destitute. I'm not seeing that. But there are some extra expenses coming up for you, I think. So just be a little bit careful. And the Three of Cups here, it's about partying, you know, losing your head, not a care in the world. Be a bit careful. Have a care in the world. Don't stress, don't worry about this. Make sure you've got a buffer around you. Make sure you've got some kind of savings around you going into the next few months. So just be careful there. Again, don't worry. Don't worry, you're not going to be destitute or anything like that. I know a lot of people are worried with the world the way that it is. I'm not seeing that for you. I'm just seeing extra expenses for you, and you don't want to have to, you know, go into debt or whatever. So keep the savings around you for now. Okay. Yeah, the first card you've got for your future is this Five of Pentacles, right? Yeah, this keeps on coming up here. This warning about this ex. Yeah, there are lots of problems around them. Money problems, obviously that's something that comes up in the Five of Pentacles. That they feel a little bit lost to me, actually. You know, they're looking to, they've got this big emptiness inside them. They've got this big emptiness inside them. I'm really feeling that. And they're trying to connect with you again. And I think what they want to do is they want to fulfill that emptiness inside them. You know, they want passion with you. They want all that with you again. And that's the danger I keep on getting. But it's not going to solve how they feel. Even if they do get that with you, even if you say yes to them, it's not going to solve that emptiness that's inside them. And the reason why they've got that emptiness is because they shut themselves off from people, not just you, other people as well. And yeah, they don't give their all to people. They don't give themselves to people. They close themselves off to people. And if they keep on doing that, they're never going to be satisfied in relationship unless they're totally opened with the other person and they share everything with them, they stop hiding things. Unless they do that, they're always going to be unfulfilled in a relationship. That's what I'm seeing here. And that's what this card's about. You know, these people are trying to get inside of this church and they can't get inside. They can't get inside. And what's inside a church? Spiritual fulfillment, true connection, you know, true, you know, spirituality, you know, true commitment, all of that, honesty, all that kind of thing. And they're never going to get that unless they open themselves up, and they haven't done that. So again, this is something they have to learn for themselves. It's something they have to learn for themselves, that it's not going to work with you. It's not going to work with anyone else until they're ready to be open and honest. That's what I'm seeing there. But yeah, what they want is, they want this reunion with you. You know, they want this reunion with you because you've got the Six of Cups down there. You've got the Six of Cups down there. So that's what they want with you. But if you look at the Four of Pentacles in the middle, what that's advising you to do is cover your heart. Cover your heart from this ex. You know, that's what he's doing. He's covering his heart. You know, keep yourself to yourself. Try not to go back there. Try not to go back there. Yeah, the other thing I've got here is just looking at this Six of Cups down the bottom here, and it's interesting that this is the last card in your future. I think that's what's telling you. I think what that's telling you, I'm trying to say, what that's telling you is that's where your future is, because it's the last card in your future. Your future is with this person who is just your friend right now, this person who's talking to you. Because the Six of Cups is about platonic love, talking, being friends. These people look like they're in a family. Sometimes this is about family connections. So it's about platonic love, it's about honest love. And that's how it starts off. Same as in the Two of Cups, as friends. It starts off platonically and then it gradually turns into love. And so that's where your future is. Your future's with this new person. That's what this is telling you. And what's really interesting is, the other thing is, you're going to be feeling at home. You're going to be at home with this new person. And you never felt that because you were locked out. You were shut out of this other person's home. They shut the door on you. You were locked out. You were the Five of Pentacles with this axe. But with this new person, have a look at these two cards. This is really interesting. You've got the Two of Cups in the middle, which is where I first saw this new connection. And you've got this tiny house up on a hill, just behind them, just under the Two of Cups. And then in the Six of Cups, you've got a bigger house. So the house is getting closer to you. So you're getting closer to home with this new connection. That's what that is telling you.